5, 4, 3, 2, 1, escape. Feet. 700 feet. 600 feet. 500. 400. 300. 200. 100. Touchdown. Vehicle is safing.
Blue Origin has completed our first full-scale New Glenn launch vehicle fairing and is sized to fit almost 50% more than the next competitor. You can fit New Shepard inside of our fairing.
The primary elements that are being built here in Florida are the first stage, the second stage, and the payload fairing. That will be the protection for the satellite through the atmosphere until it gets to space.
At a 7-meter diameter, this is the largest contiguous composite fairing ever built. And one of our goals was to allow bigger designs, better designs, and the things you can do when you have more room to do it. Meaning that we have given customers new opportunity to design satellites in a way they haven't before.
It's really designed for the whole spectrum, from commercial to civil to national security space, with one configuration of the same rocket. We don't have to strap on solids or reconfigure the payload fairing. We basically have one variant, and it's capable of that whole spectrum of missions.
Right now, we're producing tanks for the New Glenn launch vehicle. We're producing barrel panels, and then those barrel panels are being friction stir welded and creating our actual tanks.
We'll build the tanks, all the plumbing in the tanks, put the domes on. All that built here in Florida comes out of this factory, so we control the materials, we control the process, we control the quality.
We have our own internal tank cleaning and test facility. It brings confidence in our schedule reliability because we're depending on ourselves, and in many cases it's just less expensive. Once those tanks start coming in, and the tanks will take up the bulk of the height of the vehicle, then you're going to start to see the rocket come together. We're all working on building something very special, and it's going to be amazing the day this launches.
This morning we are prepping to ship the New Shepard PM4 that will carry the next man-rated crew capsule into space. Anybody sees anything, stop at any time. What you're seeing here is 110 feet of truck and trailer. Then we're a grossing weight of about 105,000 pounds. Tomorrow's a big day for us. We're a little over 450 mileage-wise. We've got 4 more to go after today.
We're here at the West Texas Launch Facility, and it's the first time we now have an official fleet of rockets. Tail 3 was designed to only carry payloads, and Tail 4 will be flying humans to space next year.
flying with Blue is becoming a very streamlined process, and it's becoming a very user-friendly experience.
We're in this moment, which I think is really a cusp. Pretty soon it's going to be launches every 30 days, and I think that's going to be great for the field.
Yeah, it looks like, that's usable.
For me, the guaranteed return of payload has just been critical. It's allowed me to fly prototypes in very early designs. Basically, it is extending the laboratory and testing environment up to space.
It's really remarkable that we can get up into space and we can do it so much cheaper, so much quicker, and repeatable compared to trying to go to space station.
This is the L-4 VPF load.
Space is the perfect vehicle for looking at problems that can't be solved in one discipline. So as these price points come down, you start to have people like me put a payload into space, and you can have creative solutions to long-standing problems.
It's a revolution in how we're thinking about space travel, so hopefully we can get a lot more interesting science out.
Safety on 1, all rally points have checked in, all personnel accounted for. Ground release last weather balloon. Range is go. Roger, control, we are clear. You're free to proceed. Arming TTS. 5, 4, command start. 1, 0. And liftoff. Approaching max Q. Main engine cut up. Confirms separation. Booster confirms. Apogee 304,000 feet. CC Apogee 307. Drogue deploy. Main parachute deploy. Touchdown. Drag brake check good. Forward fin check good. Aft fin check good. LGS check good.
Ready for flight.
T-minus 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1. Ignition. And liftoff. Approaching max Q. Main engine cut out.
CC detects separation.
PM confirms separation.
Parachute deploy. Main parachute deploy. Touchdown.
PM's at 20,000 feet. Drag brake deploy. Estimate 10 seconds until engine restart. 12,000 feet. 5,000 feet. Engine starting. We have thrust. 1,000 feet. LGS deploy. 50 feet, 7 feet per second. Touchdown, engine stop. Welcome back, New Shepard.
Perfect landing. We made history today. Now, who wants to go to space? Command start, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower. Throttle down from execute. Separation. Apogee, 333,000 feet. Restart, we have thrust. 1,000 feet. Command engine start. 2, 1, 0. Lift off. New Shepard is clear of the tower. Approaching max Q. PM confirms separation, 250,000 feet.
CC apogee 339,000 feet.
Engine is running. We have thrust. Touchdown.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the live stream of today's Blue Origin test flight.
So everything seems nominal for an exhilarating test flight.
Today's mission is totally focused on a successful crew capsule escape with the understanding that the booster will likely be lost. It's time to hand this show over to Mission Control so we can listen in on the final countdown.
I'm super excited to see this thing go.
Godspeed, New Shepard.
5, 4, command start, 2, 1. And liftoff. cleared the tower.
There you have it, a spectacular launch of New Shepard, live from West Texas.
Coming up here around 44-45 seconds is when we'll see our escape.
There it is, 70,000 pounds of thrust pushing that crew capsule.
And the BE-3 engine remains on, the booster continues to space.
The drogues are out on the crew capsule. There go the mains.
Okay, so those 3 mains are reefed right now to keep them small. The reefing will remove shortly to fully expand, as you can see.
And touchdown of the New Shepard crew capsule. From what we can tell, that was a nominal in-flight test of our escape system. And again, all astronauts on board would have had a pretty exhilarating ride, but a safe ride.
The BE-3 will restart, and we'll wait for that smooth, gentle descent onto the pad. There she goes. Look at that. Nice and stable. Landing gear deploying. There you go. The booster's landing on tail fire. It's got set it short. Beautiful.
Wow. There it is.
Touchdown!
What an extraordinary test and a tremendous final flight for both craft. If you're interested in learning more and keeping up to date on our progress, be sure and sign up on our website for email updates. And until our next exciting launch, Gradatum Ferociter. Good morning, everyone, from Blue Origin's launch site in beautiful West Texas.
Command end to start. 2, 1.
There you have it, a beautiful liftoff of our next generation New Shepard live from West Texas.
1,000 feet.
Separation is confirmed, well over 250,000 feet at this point. All right, so the booster and the capsule are headed back towards Earth.
This is where a lifelong dream comes to fruition. This site out in the middle of the Texas desert. This soul-searching review on the pad as you think about dreams and achievements.
6, we have main engine start.
You can't believe you're about to go into space to do something so few have ever done.
And liftoff.
You get this hair-raising ride, the shaking and thunder and acceleration.
You feel a real sense of awe at the skill, effort, and history that's been put into this vehicle.
But once you're there, once you're in space, it's a feast for the senses.
When you first look out through these massive windows, you just lose yourself in a panorama of blue and black. You can see clearly for millions of light years in every direction. It gives you a sense of the scale of the universe. The minute you unstrap, you're free.
It opens up the possibilities for movement that you've just never had here on Earth. It's a shared experience with your crew, but it's also profoundly personal. So you really feel a part of the unfathomable depths of the cosmos.
Why does this experience change who you are at the deepest level? It's one of those rare, life-defining moments that you have to experience for yourself.
Flight Astro. Astronauts are ingressing the cabin. Copy.
Shepard is go for launch.
Command engine start. 2, 1. We have ignition.
Command engine start. 2, 1. Engine is running. Entering boost mode. New Shepard has cleared the tower. 10,000 feet.
CC detect separation. CC apogee 351,000 feet.
Gear deployed. 20. PM touchdown.
CC touchdown. CC auto safing started.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower. Engine restart. 8 feet per second. PM touchdown.
Capsule touchdown. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, command start, 2, 1, 0. Engine running. And liftoff.
Flight copies,
We cleared the tower. Liftoff. 8,000 feet, 500 feet per second. 10,000 feet. 20,000 feet, approaching max Q. Max Q, 26,000 feet. Velocity is 1,000 feet per second, Mach 1. Tilt angles under 4 degrees, looking good. 40,000 feet. 50,000 feet. Velocity 1,300 feet per second. Now it's 75,000 feet and 1,700 feet per second. "30 seconds to main engine cutout, passing 100,000 feet. Main engine cutout, 200,000 feet. Velocity 2,500 feet per second. Showing confirmed separation. Booster confirms. Booster is now 250,000 feet and slowing at 1,500 feet per second. Apogee 304,000 feet. CC apogee 307. CC at 200,000 feet. Booster passing 200,000 as well. Forward fins have deployed on the booster. Aft fins are active. CC is decelerating. Passing 150,000 feet on the booster. At Mach 3. CC is 100,000 feet. Drill deploy. Main parachute deploy. CC is coming down, constant velocity of 24 feet per second. Ten seconds to touchdown. Touchdown.
A powerful new hydrogen-fueled American rocket engine was fired in a recent ground test by Blue Origin. Mounted on a test stand at the company's West Texas facility, the engine performed a full simulated suborbital mission profile, igniting, throttling, and restarting on command.
5 seconds to test. 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
The engine fired at full power for over 2 minutes to simulate the launch phase, then paused for about 4 minutes, mimicking a coast through space, before it reignited for a brief final burn. The last phase of the test covered the work the engine could perform in landing the booster back softly on Earth. The BE-3 reusable engine generates 110,000 pounds of thrust by burning a mixture of liquid oxygen and liquid hydrogen, the same propellants used by the Space Shuttle's main engines. Blue Origin's orbital launch vehicle will use the BE-3 engine and eventually could be used to launch the company's space vehicle into orbit. The mission duty cycle test is the latest step in maturing the BE-3 engine and comes less than a year after the engine's thrust chamber was successfully tested at NASA's Stennis Space Center in Mississippi. Developing a new rocket engine is one of the most difficult aspects of space launch because of the dynamics involved with creating a very powerful machine that can safely operate over a wide range of temperatures. To achieve its power, the BE-3 engine operates from minus 423 degrees Fahrenheit, the temperature of liquid hydrogen, to more than 6,000 degrees during firing. Blue Origin is an American company working with NASA's Commercial Crew Program to test new rockets and spacecraft designs to carry crews to low Earth orbit.
Welcome to all our viewers from around the globe to the first ever Blue Origin launch webcast. It's a beautiful day down here in Texas.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Command engine start. 2, 1.
Shepard rocket here from West Texas.
5,000 feet and climbing.
Coming up in a couple seconds here, we'll hit max Q. This is the point where the aerodynamic stresses on the vehicle are at its max.
You don't see much of a plume with this engine, and that's because the propellants are liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. So it's actually a very clean burn.
It's the fourth flight of this new Shepard rocket.
We're now at Mach 3, 150,000 feet.
There we go. We've hit MECO. Main engine cutoff.
Right on target.
And there it is, separation. Jeff, at this point, if you were there in the crew capsule, you're going to start feeling that weightlessness. You're going to start to unbuckle, do your somersaults.
Start doing somersaults. Look out that window. You can definitely see the blackness of space from there. 10,000 feet. That engine should be relighting soon. 5,000 feet. There's that engine relighting. 1,000 feet. Landing gear deployed. 5 miles per hour. Another picture-perfect landing for the new Shepard rocket booster. Let's cut over to the crew capsule because it's about to deploy its parachutes.
There we go. We've got the 2 drogue chutes which have deployed.
That means we are executing the primary mission of today's flight, which was to test the redundancy with our parachutes. There go the main parachutes. 1,000 feet off the ground. There's going to be that retro rocket system that fires just in the last second before touchdown. Keep in mind it does kick up a lot of dust here in the West Texas desert. It looks like a hard landing, but really it just is a soft, pillowy touchdown at about 1 or 2 miles an hour. 100 feet.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Picture perfect. That's exactly what we want.
Oh, that was magic. Well, on behalf of all the hardworking team at Blue Origin, thank you for joining us today, everybody on the internet, for our live broadcast of our New Shepard rocket flight. If you're interested in learning more and keeping up to date with our progress, please be sure to sign up on our website for email updates. And until next time, Gradatum Ferociter.
Command start. And liftoff.
5,000 feet and climbing.
And there it is, separation.
There's going to be that retro rocket system that fires just in the last second before touchdown. It does kick up a lot of dust here, but really it just is a soft touchdown. Right on target.
There it is, separation.
To space and back for that rocket. Touchdown.